have the gentlemen of GoodSex here. We are at Firefly, day 2, ready to party.
Yeah. Oh, been partying. Of course.
I'm jealous.
Working is partying, so it's really kind of all balances out.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. I mean, you guys have played a lot of shows and a lot of festivals. What are some of your favorite indoor clubs to play?
Indoor clubs.
So the Mid was our home back in Chicago, but it was closed, and actually they just knocked it down recently. But for 10 years, it was like the staple club of Chicago. All our friends worked there, and I got my first residencies there, and we played some really big shows there.
The Vic Theater was really great.
Vic has been really
was
cool.
a good one, yeah.
That's more of like an indoor theater.
Yeah.
It's
not a club.
That was like more of like a show. Spy Bar is like everything.
All Chicago.
It's all Chicago. Basically, like Spy Bar, and now right now Prism has taken Mid's place, and all of our friends now work there, and we played a couple big shows there as well.
It's like home.
Yeah.
The friends have got to go somewhere to work. You just move to the next one. That's good.
Next one. As long as they all go to the same place, we're happy.
On to the next. What are some of your favorite festivals to play?
This one.
So far, this one's been like.
You don't have to say that though if you don't.
The hospitality here is so on point,
It's really great.
and
It's so
really
well put together.
Summer Camp is one of our other that's another home festival for us. They gave us
great.
Electric Forest is a ton of fun.
Burning Man.
Burning Man is easily gotta be.
That's always fun,
that's its own ball game though.
I was gonna say, I feel like that is the platinum level music festival.
It's not even really a music festival,
No.
but
It's just a big, really big tailgate, and everyone brought more than enough of everything.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's music involved.
we
there.
can't
There's
count
music
Burning Man. We
playing,
can't
well,
count
that's
Burning Man. That's
Yeah,
not
Burning
really a
Man is-
festival.
You just happen to play music
Yeah,
there.
happen to,
It's a
exactly.
big party that happens to play music.
Music, among other things.
So do you prefer the more semi-intimate club gig or the outdoor fest?
Outdoor fest with big stages is always a lot of fun, but honestly, we play some of our best sets are like in that intimate one-on-one,
I think so, yeah.
Like
We're
right
closer.
there, getting dancing with them, and get involved with
See the faces.
Yeah.
Feel the sweat and the spit.
Feel it.
Everybody's sweating together in one big room. It's so fun. So how do you guys pair the audio that you create with a visual? Who does your visuals?
We have someone named Lexi Galvis, and she does all of our visuals and graphic design and teaser videos, and I mean she's just like really on point. It's all created originally with her. She'll like shoot people and then just build it off of that. And we actually just put out a teaser video today for our new track Glow, which came out yesterday on Apple Music exclusively, and it's really awesome. It's this 30-second teaser video of just like love and beauty. It's really a really beautiful thing.
So you mentioned Apple Music specifically. Which do you think has more of a role, especially in your genre of music? Music streaming, traditional sites like Apple Music and Spotify, or SoundCloud? Or are they all sort of becoming this mesh?
I like SoundCloud because you get more of like the underground artists or like the up and coming. Or Spotify is like the super glossy, fancy, big artists.
Like you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Getting there.
Yeah.
Working on it.
But I like SoundCloud, just personally.
SoundCloud definitely has that grassroots feel, and you're gonna find gems of underground
Yeah,
artists
yeah,
that are like, oh my god, and the whole thing is bringing music people have never heard before to them, and so that's where you're gonna get that. Apple Music though is, they definitely take care of their artists like the most with monetization, and it's just like a nice tier, a nice in between. Spotify has a little bit more, like he said, a little bit more of a, like a radio feel to it. But if you can get it added to the right playlists, then I feel like then you can really make an impact and reach a lot of people with your music.
Just got to find a way to kind of compensate the artists a bit better, more consistently, no matter the genre.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, it is not our main revenue stream, and for us, it's more about we just want more people to hear our music, and so the more people we can reach, who cares where they're listening. As long as they're hearing us, we're happy.
That seems to be what acts in 2019 are saying. They're like, I'm not relying on music streaming to make a living, but it seems to be the conduit that gets people to the live shows.
Sure. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Yeah. That's definitely the metric that a lot of festivals are using these days to determine an artist's,
It's not record sales anymore.
Yeah,
it's
that's how they determine the artist is like prestige or bookability is basically how many plays they have on Spotify. SoundCloud isn't a big deal anymore. Facebook's long gone. Instagram is your other big social metric that you're gonna get. The more viewers and followers you have on Instagram, you can have like a full career based on it.
Some people do, and that's just amazing to me.
People do. I mean, there's like a 5-year-old kid in like China who makes like millions to eat food and play with toys like on YouTube. It's like crazy.
I know, and I saw that. I'm like, whoever came up with that verse is fucking fucking genius.
The whole video game like thing now. I mean, where was that when I was in high school? 'Cause there's kids making millions of dollars to like play video games, have people watch them. Which is, I mean, it's a whole industry. It's like a whole industry.
Does anyone want to watch me play Nintendo? Because that's for good luck.
That's good. He's alive. He's alive.
I mean, does anyone want to watch me play Nintendo? Because I've got Mario Brothers, and I mean, that's a whole other. No one's gonna find that entertaining. Damn it.
I'd pay like $10. I'd pay $10 to watch you play Nintendo for an hour.
It's a new subculture on.
I'll be on my phone the whole time.
Screw Twitch. I'm just gonna play Mario Brothers and drink whiskey sours. That's
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So back to your music. What inspires the sounds and the samples that you pull from? Is there something specific, or like a place where you like? I'm gonna go to the underground scene, or I'm gonna go to a hit list and start pulling.
I don't think we don't really start with sounds. I think we start with like a feeling. Like our whole thing is like we want to make people happy and feel good, and we're very happy, joyful, loving people. And I think
just spreading.
I think inspiration is him or me. Like we want to
he
create.
inspires me when I play the music, and then and then we inspire each other when we make it.
We're best friends, and we want to share love and happiness. So we start like he's my muse in some ways, and vice versa. We just want to
and then also everyone else, all the people that we see and all the people that we meet along the way, these are our inspirations to make something that moves them.
Yeah, we just want to make people smile and feel good and happy. Yeah.
You know what? 2019's been a pretty rough year so far. Six months in. So I think that that's a really great message.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like young people in particular turn to music if they're having a rough day.
Yeah.
Is there a certain album or group or even genre that you turn to if you're having a crappy day?
Probably Radiohead or Sigur Rós.
Tycho all day.
Sigur Rós or Radiohead.
Yeah, I could listen to Tycho just for 20 hours straight if I'm not, if, in any mood really. But I mean that's. I don't know if we touched on the meaning of what good sex is. It's not. I mean, it's about sex, but not really. It's one thing everyone agrees on. Tall, short, gay, straight, black, white, red, blue. It doesn't matter. You like good sex. It's like our instinct to procreate.
It's primal.
It's the one. Absolute one thing we can all agree on.
Literally, and it's not better sex. We're not trying to be better than anyone. It's just good. It's just good, and it's not just sex. It's good clothes, good music, good food, good people, good vibes. That's all wrapped into the idea of good sex. That's just the one thing that people kind of makes you blush a little bit.
I appreciate that. As a high school teacher, I appreciate that.
Hey, I'm a school nurse. I work at an elementary school as a school nurse for Chicago.
Love that. So what's up next for you guys after Firefly?
Electric Forest.
Yeah,
we're going straight from here to Electric Forest.
Electric Forest, and then we play on Sunday at Electric Forest, and we're running a stage there as well. We have a bus. It's called the Good Bus, and it's a 45-foot school bus that we ripped all the insides out all the way to the frame and rebuilt it out of birchwood and steel. It's got a rooftop stage that can hold 6,000 pounds and a 10,000 watt sound system, internal performance area and rooftop, so you can do red channel, blue channel sound discos or back-to-back sets. And we trail our Airstream with it, and that acts as our green room. So we were going to be running our stage. We did it at Summer Camp as an official stage, Spring Awakening as an official stage, and Grid Life up in Michigan, which is another one of our favorite festivals, by the way. It's around a racetrack, and it's just cars just drifting the whole time. It's so cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
They put us in it last year.
Yeah, they put us in the cars.
The Ferrari, and we were
it was wild.
whipping around the track.
Now that's a party.
The most intense thing I've ever experienced in my life.
They're tapping each other at 100 miles an hour around a curve.
Hitting each other and
because
it's crazy.
It's so simple for them. But anyway,
hey, what were you talking about?
The bus.
The bus.
So the bus. We're starting to get booked as an official stage. We have bigger artists playing on it, and so we're gonna bring it. We didn't bring it here, but we're gonna bring it to Electric Forest and run it there. And we have some pretty big artists confirmed already on there, and we'll be working with Unity, who runs a backup house for us, and they allow fans to meet with their favorite artist and play Mario Kart with them. Or
There goes the Nintendo.
Spill drinks on them backstage.
That's just a reason to get another one.
Couple more, Joe.
So we'll be running the stage all weekend. We play on Sunday at Electric Forest, but Friday we have a car coming to pick us up, and we're going to play at Club Blue in Detroit Friday night, and then coming back Saturday morning to continue the Electric Forestness.
And then the EP is coming up.
Oh, yeah, our EP is coming out. We just put out the single Glow. We have one more single, Frequency, and then the whole thing will be coming out. We don't have an exact date yet, but soon. I mean, the single's coming out. Yeah.
You're a little busy.
People will be paid to handle all that stuff.
Just play the music. You're fine.
Exactly.
Shut up and play the hits, man.
Just play the bangers only. Stay tuned for much more from GoodSex. This is Jackie. Thanks to Chorus FM in the key of change and the vinyl.